Hey, hey! Right, my camera's on, that means we're recording something. At least. I'm Stevie, tomorrow, Grumpy Old Geek. I don't even know what channel this is going upon, to be honest with you. I'm so boomer certified, it's beyond belief. So, this is just a test. I'm trying to figure out. Ooh, jazz hands. I'm trying to figure out how I can stream on YouTube. I thought it might have been just a case of linking the YouTube and the Twitch accounts, so that when I've done one, it done the other, but that would be too easy. um, so I've downloaded some software that I'm supposed to have running and linking them, and we'll see how it goes. Can't promise any success or entertainment or enjoyment, but there's a. Let's see what's cracking. Whoa, we're on YouTube. That's a fucking result. What does it look like? Downloaded some software that I'm supposed to have. So it has that screen there. I could probably do making that bigger and making my window smaller. But I mean, the sound is okay, and it's like the microphone's about 3 feet away from me. Yeah, right. I'm happy enough with fucking the way that goes now. What how do I send a chat message to the chat? Already not there. Or there. Chat, top chat, what's the fucking difference? Holy shit, I lost my chat window. It's miles away, I can't even fucking see the screen from here. Oh, I don't know how to fucking. Oh, we Jeff Julian, what's happening? Oh, holy good fuck, a duck. Right, that's what I wanted, dogs. Give me my fucking chat window back, you wankers. Right. So. Um. I wonder. Right, Windows capture device. Right. Haven't got a fucking Scooby Doo. Edie, my love, will you please be quiet? That's a good girl. Edie. Right, fuck it. The chat window is apparently not there, which is a bit fucking shit. I wonder. Just, well, there's no point in me fucking streaming if I can't see what everybody else is saying. What if Edie, get into bed. Me fucking streaming if I can't see what. Now we're in action. I put a message into the chat window now that I know where it is, and I said, "Hello there, potential viewers. I'm showing my boomer all over the place here, but who gives?" And it was supposed to say a Daffy Duck, and it auto corrected to Daddy Duck. Right, so now we'll have a chat window. We'll have me, we'll have the game, we'll have the mic, you can hear me, you can see me. Let's fucking rock and roll. So we'll do like a wee, what time's it now? 10 to 11. We'll maybe go to 12:30 on Andromeda. It'll give like an hour and 40 minutes. We'll see what's happening. See if anybody joins in. You do encounter any issues or. So right off the bat, having to stream this on YouTube through Xbox app, through OBS, through fucking all this balls, versus just opening a game and then opening the Twitch app on the Xbox. You know, the Twitch is obviously a lot easier. So, if this is the only way this works, that's the only way to do it on YouTube, is to do it jump through all these fucking hoops. What I might do is I'll just keep doing my early morning Twitch streams the way I've been doing them. Just do it through the Xbox, boom, away we go. And I'll do those every night of the week. And then one night a week, like maybe 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock or something, some carry on. I'll go through all this rigmarole and set all this stuff up. And I'll do one stream a week on YouTube. I'm also thinking as well, I might put in another one. I might do a day where, thinking about doing the just chatting thing that everybody seems to do. I'm not going to do bikini try on or hot tub streams or anything like that, unless that's what the people want. If the people want to see me in a G-string, I will sit here in a G-string. I am but a humble servant. I wonder if they make it like Monday could be the just chatting stream from like 8 to 10 or 8 to 11. Wednesday 8 to 11 could be YouTube stream, and then every night of the week from like 1 AM to about 4 AM is the Twitch streams. Yeah, I'm coming around to this idea. So what we'll do, before we do any quests, we'll do some scanning.
Now orbiting Gadara.
I was talking earlier, I don't know, we streamed earlier on Twitch about weapon crafting and stuff in this game. That's what got me in the mood to play it. And saying, I think this game is criminally underrated. And they've nobody to blame but themselves for it. They're massively understaffed, massively rushed. jetpacks and shit. The only problems people had, well, this was a problem. I'll say two problems. This flying to planets took fucking forever. That was but like that was a small minor thing. The
Anomaly on sensors.
major problem that people had was the cut graphics and the cutscenes. That you could
Probes launched.
with someone and they would
Satellite
be
detected.
literally from ear to ear, like a fucking Joker victim or some carry on. Now they've been hit with Joker gas. Or some of them, their head would do a full 360 exorcist turn. And they're all, like those things should have been caught by the testers and then fixed. But they weren't, either they weren't caught or they were caught but they weren't anymore and not fixed. And people absolutely fucking, and rightly so, abused the game. You know, they shouldn't have released it as it was. I mean, if they needed another 2 months to fix it, they'd take 2 months and fix it. Because what happened was, as soon as it was released, people were making YouTube videos about, you know, all the weird glitches and all the cutscenes and stuff, and that put a lot of people behind it. You know, hardcore Mass Effect fans and Bioware fans had already bought it. They were the ones making the videos. But it put a lot of other people off buying it, and also the people who reviewed it, IGN, Kotaku, these other fucking numbers, who, I don't know a lot of them, they reviewed the game when it was released, or even slightly just prior to release.
Anomaly on sensors.
They reviewed the glitchy, buggy, horrifically bad to look at.
Deploying probe.
Then,
I found something.
2 months later, I'm pretty sure it was the second patch, might have been 3. They done a patch a month after release, and then done one every month after that for the first 6 months. I'm pretty sure it was patch 2 or 3. Fixed all of those stupid, glitchy, buggy fucking parts. Well, not all of them, but about 98% of them. Enough that it's not a problem anymore. But the problem being, the fucking reviews are already out, and the people have already reviewed it and moved on to the next one. It gets a wee bit of extra life because it's on the Game Pass through EA and EA Gameplay and that, but they definitely absolutely shit the bed. I mean, they had to just wait 2 months and fix the things that they ended up fixing, like from release until 2 months, and then they fixed it. Why not just fucking take those 2 months and fix it and then release it? I'm not a fucking greedy EA executive, and I don't have to worry about stockholders and financial quarters and all that fucking bollocks. But then again, your shareholders would have been a lot happier if you'd waited 2 months and released a game that won Game of the Year and all sorts of accolades, instead of releasing it on schedule and getting absolutely fucking decimated and getting nothing back in return. Anyway.
I'm picking up something.
Why is this guy streaming in this bed? This bed is where I spend 24 hours in a day. I would say I spend more than 23 of them in here.
Probe away.
Anytime
I found something.
Take a cup of tea. Or to let Edie out, or to feed it to Edie. Oh, that's it. Sorry, she's gonna wake up and start shooting at me again. while streaming because the microphone right now was fucking lit. It's stuck, but then the microphone was sitting way down there, 5-6 BC. We had to speak up a wee bit. What the fuck is going on here? How did I get up with that many YouTube room? Short-term memory. Absolutely ridiculous. For a couple of missions, and I have to go to EOS for a couple of missions, so we'll do them on this stream and then we'll see what that leaves us time wise. Very methodical when it comes to my Mass Effect and the Dragon Age. You know, like if it was Mass Effect, then I'll scan every system. On Dragon Age, I'll explore every map and fill in the map before I do anything else. And then both games, I'll always do the side quests, max them all out, then do the story mission. And then it's usually in a BioWare game, when you do a main story mission, it then unlocks loads of quests. I'm talking an awful lot more on this stream than I do on a Twitch stream. Actually, to the point where it's making the back of my throat thirsty.
Anomaly on sensors. Probes launched. Tracking a huge mineral deposit. Anomaly detected. Probes launched.
For scanning planets.
Satellite detected.
The do for picking up herbs and Dragon Age, it's still oddly relaxing. Especially this one flying about all different planets. we're not going to do that one just yet, because as soon as you went in there, it triggers it. Well, it doesn't trigger it, you think.
Looks like we're coming up on a blue giant.
From Aya, it's often the brightest star, the first to rise.
I'm picking up something.
With that voice, Juby, you can pick up anything you want, love.
Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Good motherfucker. Oh, you fucking got. Oh, fuck. Gonna have to do something about my pillow arrangement here. I feel like I'm getting stabbed in the kidneys there. Oh. Let's see. Where's the meat on bar special? I'll take a one now. Thank you. And the big pug Avengers. It's not the greatest pillow you'll ever see. The pug Avengers. Got it on. Not Etsy. What's the other one that's like Etsy? Redbubble. Yeah. Redbubble. Oh, that's a bit more like it now. My neck support module off the chair. Oh, that's a ticket. Right, I'm definitely not moving like for the next hour and a half at least. Getting comfy. Well, comfy is relative for me. Most people like take comfy to mean feels good or nice or soft or, you know, whatever you read. Like, comfy for me just means it's less painful than it was the other way.
This might have been a larger system once. Before the Scourge.
As if we needed a better reason to document everything.
Cora's mission, maybe. We'll see.
Anomaly detected. I'm picking up something. Probe away. Getting a scan. I'm picking up something. Probe away. Anomaly found.
up sound from the TV as well. So people that are watching it who aren't in this room maybe getting like a bit of double feedback. We'll see. Check it later. We'll turn all this shit off. I'll watch back. Right, we're not going to do that system because that's one of the main story missions. That's one of the main story missions. So those two plus Aladdin. And then Cora's mission 2. You will want to leave this one till the very end. Not to give away spoilers, but something happens or like that's the trigger point for the end game, I think. So you want to do Ramav and Aladdin 100% before you do that one. Right. Go to EOS.
Ready to fly, Path. What the?
Find something?
Something pinged us. An ID request. The Tempest auto-responded.
We'll keep an eye out in the sector.
Probes launched.
That a satellite? Is that what pinged us in the sector?
It's pulsing an initiative call response code. Someone knows our tech inside and out.
Let's get a scan. What the hell happened?
Anti-trackback measure? Drive system overloaded. Not quick enough, though. I got a serial that has triggered an alert.
Pathfinder, we are to contact Director Addison as soon as possible.
What is going on?
Prepping VidCon communications.
Ryder, tell me about the satellite you found.
Director, what are you talking about?
My alert identified a CK resource tracker. They're emergency tech, full of overrides so they can bypass protocol. They were designed by Dr. Zoe Jean Kennedy. She disappeared with the Exiles. If her tech has shown up, that could give someone a backdoor to steal from your outposts.
She disappeared with the Exiles, but you aren't calling her one?
She sympathized, but we'd never let an expert like that go. She was vital. But in the chaos, a lot of things, and people, went missing.
Why were these trackers allowed to bypass protocols?
They're supposed to be hubs, to rapidly track and pull resources if lives are at stake somewhere. That's why they weren't deployed. Tan didn't like anyone bypassing his rubber stamp.
If this satellite is new, how has it kept up with our security measures?
That's a very good question.
What was Dr. Kennedy's role in the initiative?
She designed the orbital beacons, forward stations, and half the kit in the Tempest. She'd ram an upgrade through before the requisition was on Tan's desk. Dr. Kennedy disappeared along with the Exiles. That was a big loss.
Pretty extreme to set up a personal alert. Why do that?
A lot of Dr. Kennedy's projects were unofficial.
But you backed them, like these trackers?
I don't want some asshole using my access codes to cut a backdoor into our resources, or Tan blaming me for it. But
Yeah,
I
'cause
also
it'd be
want to
fucking
know what
terrible
happened
if
to
you were
her.
behind a fucking shit like that, wouldn't it?
If we have to find the tech or the person, where do we
I'm
begin?
literally about to
You got a
land on
sliver of
planet
data
and
from the
find
first
out
tracker.
that she was
With more
behind shit like
scans,
that.
maybe Suvi can assemble a point of origin.
After she's just fucking
Obviously,
migrated
these
fetus.
trackers are being deployed where initiative tech is concentrated. That means outposts. Try another outpost system, or place more. Maybe you'll draw them out, whoever they are.
And when we find them?
They're stealing our resources. My concern is Dr. Kennedy, her tech, their lives. In that order.
Your concerns are Dr. Kennedy, the resources, and their lives in that order. Surely the fuck being concerned for Dr. Kennedy as your top priority would include her life. So life on the frontier, the gang that we busted up when we were doing that stream earlier, has led us to here to talk to this guy. And when we talk to this guy, he's like, "Yeah, what do you want to do? Telling me the boss is new about it?"
Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
But the fact that she liked to raise my face means I'm telling Tan, I'm telling the news reporter person, I'm telling the fucking janitor, and everybody that I come across.
Is your name Yale?
Yeah, that's me. Stanton Yale. What can I do for the Pathfinder today?
Tell me about the 3 sabers.
Oh, shit.
Well, that reaction tells me all I need to know.
Look, I just didn't think anyone would find out about it, okay? It's something that ought to be left alone. We made a mistake.
Explain.
The new outposts are supply routes. They needed protection. We couldn't rely on just you. I proposed that we'd save Nexus blood by hiring exiles to fight for us.
Calculating but stupid.
First time I've seen someone so coldly calculating and stupid in one shot.
It was a risk, sure, but I knew Cochran. We served together. I thought I could trust him. I became their commander. I armed them. I shared access to Padromo's operations. And then they took their new toys and went rogue. Attacked people they were supposed to protect.
You know I have to report this. You conspired with Nexus enemies.
Who are you gonna report to? Addison? She signed off on it.
Addison? She knew?
She wasn't sure Ryder would work out as Pathfinder. She was desperate for options. So report it if you want. Addison knows any investigation's gonna dig up docs covered in her fingerprints. I have to get back to work. We've got an outpost to run here.
From Addison, one is definitely on the to-do list.
Could be Stockholm Syndrome. Think that's it.
The OCD in me just like to have all these details.
Well, this is the right place. Let's find the tech we're after. Here's the first piece of Remtech, BB.
Awesome. 1 down, 2 to go. Syncing with my scanner. The second piece is on Havarl. Uploading coordinates.
Reclaim this site, initiative scum!
Outlaws! Guess we're not the only ones interested in this tech. They wanted the Remtech. Wonder why. We got the piece. Least we came for. We can move on. This alien tech comes in all shapes and sizes, but what's it for?
Called for here. Right, pretty sure that's everything. We need to do anything else. Done. So let's just check. Go to Havarl. On hold. Go to Aya. On hold. Eldon. Alright, both on Aya. Access.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear. Welcome back.
Honor to meet you, Pathfinder. Initiative Pilot Marixus. I run supplies to your outposts.
What brings you to Aya?
For survival supplies, only Aya has. I'm waiting on clearance to enter the city, but it's taking too long. I understand their caution, but the outposts need these supplies. I have to get them, now.
They let me into the city. I can help.
I appreciate that. To start, EOS needs a way to produce food to support population growth. They requested quinoa seeds to begin their own crops. There's an agricultural scientist who might sell some.
I'll make sure to get those seeds.
Settlers on Kadara are suffering from a bacterial infection. They need Angaran antibiotics to fight it. A medic in the city should be able to help.
Got it. They'll have that medicine in no time.
I know some people were on the Angara for the way they call space cats. And you think about it, if they were an engineered species, which we know that they are. What's that called? If they were engineered, why wouldn't you engineer them to be something that people find nice to look at? Personally, I don't like those, but that's just me. Cats.
Slow day today, looks like.
Supplies have been tight, so we haven't been able to send out as much as we'd like.
I was going to offer to make just to take back whatever was available, but I guess it wouldn't be needed.
Let me check just in case.
No, now we'll have to like this guy.
You're always a welcome sight, Pathfinder. Still no word from our search vessel. How goes your hunt for the missing satellites?
Your people caught scavengers from Kadara port stealing them. There was a fight. Your ship lost.
I sent them out. And risked your life, too. The scavengers. Angaran? Have our deserters preyed upon us again?
And so if you do the right thing and tell them that there were access, it doesn't even matter that I tracked them down and killed them. And he won't talk to you and he won't give you his map. But you go, yeah, they were party.
We caught up to them. They attacked without warning. Might have been Rokar. We fought them off and recovered what was left of the satellites.
I'm so sorry, Pathfinder. And ashamed. This is not who we are. Please accept my apologies. I hope you can look past this.
It's not your fault. Kadara's full of bad people.
They chose to stand alone. They'll suffer the consequences. I'll file a report with our leaders. Perhaps it's time the Resistance got involved. We'll rebuild the satellites and return them to space. I'll keep you updated with our latest charts.
Thank you, Mariko.
No, Pathfinder. Thank you.
Pathfinder, I studied the Angaran astronomer's data transfer. His files begin before the satellites. The initiative will benefit tremendously from this.
And all I had to do was lie to him. Thanks, Sam.
Can you imagine venturing into space only to find more of your own people?
When we discovered the first relay, what if instead of Turians?
We'd found humans. Gives me chills just thinking about it.
So, that wave we were expecting hit. Maybe it'll be better tomorrow. It was better today. What, really? The wave hit, but it was much weaker than anticipated. And it didn't trigger. Can't promise anything, but if this trend keeps up, it'll be good news all round.
Ambassador Riala appears to be settling nicely into her office.
Ephra says you eliminated the human who seized control of Kadara Port. With one of our own in power, it might be possible to strengthen ties there. I'll look into contacting this Hema Dorgan.
From what I've seen, they need all the help they can get.
I'm happy to offer whatever aid they'll accept. What can I do for you?
Thanks for your time.
Ishare, Pathfinder. I met your Nexus ambassador. I find her practical and respectful. She'll fit in well. What can I do for you? What can I do for you? Ishare, Pathfinder.
Ambassador, I trust our people had a smooth transition to Aya.
The Angara have been gracious. Everything's going well.
Good. Keep me updated. 10 out.
I've never lied to a director before.
Yeah, that's what he's telling. He's a bulldog.
Pathfinder, it's a pleasure. I'm Ambassador Riala, Chief Diplomat for the Initiative on Aya. I was removed from Cryo specifically for this. Quite the wake-up call.
I know what it's like, jumping out of the cryopod and into the fire.
You've had it far worse. My condolences on your loss. I hear you're to thank for our new ties with Aya. This is our best shot at an alliance. Now we just need to keep our people from wrecking it, no matter how hard they try.
If something's wrong, I need to know.
Maybe you can help me fix it. A Solarian botanist named Sorvis Len is here, learning how to improve our crops. He sent an urgent comm, saying a member of the Angaran resistance had threatened him.
What happened?
I'm not sure. Sorvis is an excellent scientist, but not the best communicator. I'm concerned this could escalate if someone doesn't look into it, but I don't have the staff to spare.
I can go settle things. I'm a friendly face for both sides.
That would be helpful. With any luck, we can prevent this from getting worse.
How many of our people have they let into the city?
A strictly limited number, and only certain professions. Scientists, engineers, and scholars. The Angara have agreed to allow some of our people to work in Aya's research facilities.
That's huge.
It's more than I expected. Tan wants me to push for social visits, but I'm holding my ground. We need to move at their pace. They've been extraordinarily gracious, all things considered. I'll take whatever they're willing to give.
What's our end goal for Aya?
A strong alliance is all we can ask for. It's what we're working toward. Helios is the Angara's home. They dictate the terms of this partnership, not us. We need them as allies, and they could benefit from us. But we have to tread lightly.
Show them we're not invaders.
Historically, when two civilizations meet, one consumes or destroys the other. We need to break that cycle.
Aside from Sorvis Len, is everything okay? Need anything else?
Actually, yes. Director Tan gave me a project. He wants more Aya natives to live on the Nexus. He thinks it will deepen our partnership. A few Angara expressed interest, but none of them will agree to live on the Nexus without speaking to you first.
Why me?
After what you've accomplished? I didn't want to bother you, but you asked. I'll point you towards the candidates.
If you could convince them to transfer, I'd be grateful.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
No rest for the weary.
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
Pathfinder, more of your outposts need help, if you have time. Volt's power grid is lagging without proper solar in.
I'll see what I can find. Ambassador Riala said you're thinking of moving to the Nexus.
Pathfinder. I'm honored even to be considered for the transfer, but I won't be happy as just an observer. I need to work. I engineer power systems. Will I be allowed employment alongside your people?
That's the whole point of this exchange. The Nexus needs people like you.
That's all I needed to hear. I'll have your ambassador start the transfer. Thank you.
Alright, here to go.
You work on the solar panels. Do you have an amplifier for solar energy?
Nothing as big as these, but I have a smaller one on hand. Do you need it?
Ven? Thought you'd be in a Resistance holding cell.
That was Ephra's plan. He wanted to throw me down a hole once he got his precious answers. The Moshae convinced him to release me here. I volunteer and they let me see sunlight.
They didn't expect the Moshae to be in your corner.
Figures should be forgiving. All part of her image. The Moshae keeps her high ground, and I'm the traitor who gets a second chance.
She didn't have to offer you mercy. You certainly don't deserve it.
Think I don't know that? I should get back to work. They're not paying me to stand around. Oh, that's right. They're not paying me at all.
Who fucking who? If I have my way, you'd have fucking head chopped off. Fucking traitorous bastard.
When trouble comes calling, will you be ready? By my armor.
Weird question. You don't have any Kiloa seeds, do you?
Yes, I do. Need some?
You're one of Ambassador Riala's candidates to live on the Nexus.
I am. Glad you finally showed up. Let's get down to it. I've lived my whole life wanting to meet aliens who didn't want me dead. But my family's here. How can I stay in touch with them from the Nexus?
You can send messages, talk to them on the comm. We'll even arrange a visit.
You get it. All right. I'm in.
This set isn't complete, but you could finish that kit I got you.
Goods for the home, tools for
Anything
the
else
field,
you need, Sibby?
supplies for all your...
Oh, she finished a project for Ephra.
Something I can do for you?
You got it.
Still sweet. Strong. Can't feel my fingertips. I want some. You.
Can you believe this place? Here's your golden world.
Unfortunately, already occupied.
Well, yeah, but it's here. Shows it's possible. That's something. There's just so much to see.
These Angara are stronger than they look.
They've been through a lot.
I look around and keep thinking about Tachanka. A galaxy away, and we're not so different. Pathfinder.
I can't work under these conditions. What does it take to be left alone?
Ambassador Riala sent me to check on you. You reported that someone in the Resistance threatened you. Tell me exactly what happened.
I didn't know Riala was sending the Pathfinder. I deserve no less, of course. I was measuring the photonic dispersal from the canopies when some random brute interrupted me. I asked him to move, and he got nasty. Said it was my fault his friend was dead. Ridiculous.
Do you know what he meant by that?
He ranted nonsense about a vessel and selling slots to outsiders. He got right up in my face and compared me to a cat. He wanted to kill me. I could see it in his eyes. The whole conversation made no sense. I think he was inebriated.
Sounds like there's more to this. Don't suppose you caught his name.
Didn't ask, didn't want it, didn't need it. When he left, I tagged him with infrared dye from my sample kit. Invisible to the naked eye, but not to a scanner.
I'll scan people around the Resistance headquarters, see if I find him.
You're supposed to represent our interests on Aya. Go, represent. I have work to do.
Milky Way system exhibit. Located millions of light years across dark space, the Milky Way galaxy is the origin of our newest, haliest residents. Though smaller and darker than Andromeda, the Milky Way is home not only to the species we have met, but also countless sentient life forms from the graceful Hanar to the powerful Elcor. Dozens of unique species coexist, making the Milky Way a cultural and social melting pot. Nice. But I like that one of the things that we gave them, obviously we gave them alcohol, but we also gave them a football. Like out of 10 things, one of them was a football. I like that.
Pathfinder, Ambassador Riala didn't think you'd have time for me.
She said you needed to talk before agreeing to live on the Nexus.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm an anthropologist, but I've only ever studied my own people. I've heard the Nexus is home to multiple species and cultures. It will be fascinating, and possibly dangerous. Bacteria, viruses, other contaminants. My family worries about me. Are you sure I'll be safe?
We'll take every precaution, but entering an alien environment is always a risk.
I appreciate your honesty, and so will my family. I'll convince them to let me go. Thank you.
Hello, Pathfinder. Any good news for me?
Is this Angaran? I found it on one of your homeworlds.
Son above. It's an ancient Ravan, a musical instrument. It uses Angara's body energy to produce music. We have them now, but nothing is beautiful. The songs it played were probably lost long ago. How much culture have we forgotten? Art, music, stories, it's all gone.
I can't imagine losing everything that way.
You left your culture behind. This isn't much different. In any case, relics like this help us.
I'll come back when I have something.
Stars guide your travels.
Effa should have come to me.
Uxul, I'm all right.
You almost died. What's she doing here?
I asked the Moshai to set up a meeting. I don't want us to be enemies.
Is this true?
Uxul, Ryder rescued me from the Ket. She risked her life to...
Sloane Kelly saved Kadara. Look how that went.
I don't condone what happened on Gadara. But one bad experience doesn't define an entire species.
Your kind has a history of treating each other unfairly. Just ask the Krogan.
How did you...
I've been watching you. You're invaders just like the Ket, except less cautious.
What does that mean?
You'll know soon enough. Do not trust them, Chauvin.
Uxul... He didn't used to be like this. He was curious, brilliant. But the Ket, even without exaltation, they change us.
There's still time to bring him around.
I want to believe that, but his hatred towards aliens...
I'll prove we can be trusted.
I hope so.
Ryder, we just received an emergency recording from EOS. Come to the meeting room when you get back to the Tempest.
I found a device Ven was using to communicate with the Archon. I think we can use it to triangulate that Ket flagship's nav point.
All you have to do now is board it, steal the Meridian artifact, and escape in one piece.
You've been there. Tell me what to expect.
I saw very little. Corridors, an interrogation room, my prison cell. The Archon's vessel is a place of pain and death for the Ket's enemies. No one has attempted anything like this before. For all our sakes, you must succeed. Now it's my turn. Thank you for freeing Ven to Ref at Kadara. I'm told you saved him from execution.
What will you do with him? Are there prisons here?
Ephra wanted to punish him. I suggested Ven help tend Aya's gardens. He spent too long surrounded by death. He needs to reconnect with life.
Any ideas on how we stop the Ket for good?
The real question is, how do we define victory over them? Complete eradication? Unlikely, costly, and morally dubious. Drive them away? How? What stops them from returning?
Peaceful coexistence doesn't seem to be an option.
There's much we still don't know. The Ket are not a simple problem. We can't reduce them to a simple solution.
My translator doesn't know what to do with your title, Moshai.
Because it isn't a title, it's a reference. People from mythological times, before the Scourge. Legends say we once had many Moshai. Master inventors of unfailing wisdom, guided by boundless compassion.
That's a lot to live up to.
It's nonsense. Don't remember who first called me Moshai, but I do recall telling them to shut up. To my regret, the name stuck. I've minded less lately. Being the Moshai has its uses.
I'd like to know more about you.
What about me intrigues you?
What?
To answer your question,
Is that an option?
Yet you do it well. There are two kinds of knowing. What we take in from the universe, and what's already inside us. You have the essentials figured out. The rest you can learn as you go.
Are you originally from Maya, or someplace else?
I was born on a research vessel in deep space. My parents were explorers. They never stayed in one place long. My own work has taken me to every world, many times over. They all try to claim me as their own, but if I'm honest, my favorite chair is here.
You and my crewmate have a close relationship. Any advice? Hints?
He talks in his sleep. Worth it for the look on your face. Jarl is a dear and hopeless former student. He has a good spirit. You're lucky to have him, that's all.
When the Ket are gone, if we fix all these worlds, what do the Angara want?
Depends who you ask. We're individuals. Paran will continue spreading hope and optimism. I don't know what Ephra will do without an enemy to fight. Retirement won't suit him. As for me, maybe I'll just fade away. That's what people do when they're no longer needed, right?
Thank you, Moshai.
Ishare.
One thing about the pain that I'm in just gives me excellent control over my bladder. Because I will literally only get up and move when it's an absolute necessity.
Tell me more about these. What did you call them?
Hana, aquatic species. They adapted to live among us by inventing contra-gravitic technology.
Extraordinary. Do you have images of them?
Happy to share them with you. I also have files on Volus, Elcor, Drell.
How many different species did your initiative bring here?
As many as we could. Several of them haven't arrived yet.
Stars and skies. I never imagined so many cultures living together in harmony.
Harmony might not be the correct term. More like enlightened spirit of cooperation.
I appreciate your honesty.
Is the adventure what you hoped? Are they kind? I worry.
Yes, my mother. And more. You would enjoy it too. I caught Liam on the bridge the other day, teaching Suvi and Callow an old
Angaran folk song. At least that's what I told him it was.
Okay.
Don't fret. The marriage can be dissolved by a different song. I'll try to remember it.
Should be his name. Maureen DeCallo. Or no. I would like to see, even if it's just a wee reference to that in the next Andromeda. Assuming there is a next Andromeda, that is. I really, really hope there is.
The Kadara situation. Have to deal with it someday.
My contact on Kadara Port tells me there's been a change of leadership. One of ours, Kima Dorgan, took over, and you helped her.
Sloane Kelly was dangerous, and Kadara Port belongs to the Angara.
Keep this up and I'll have to believe your good intentions. What do you need?
I'll let you get back to it.
Good. Got a report you handled the scavengers who were taking our satellites. Good work. What do you need? I interrogated Venturev. He thinks he betrayed the Moshai to save his team. Coward. We put the word out that his team can come home. They won't be punished for his actions. Now you've seen Kadara Port. You understand why I wasn't happy you found Aya?
We need to deal with what's happening there. It's no good for anyone.
Seems pretty good for your people. What do you need? What do you need? Good.
Sam, what's this?
The decontamination console for visitors to the Med Center. Touch the start pad to use it.
My people on Kadara are fighting a bacterial infection. Do you have antibiotics?
Of course. Will this do?
It took humanity 8 years to get a Citadel embassy back home. Pretty impressive to get one here so fast.
All it took was handling some remnant.
It'll take more to keep this partnership going. Ambassador Riala will handle the embassy. Lets us focus on everything else.
Put more energy into it!
Lots more of our people around lately. They better behave themselves.
Inventory's there. Go on and look.
I detect the infrared dye Zorvis Len used to mark the person who threatened him.
That's our man.
I know why you're here. The botanist. You want an apology for what I said to him.
I only have one side of the story. Tell me yours.
It's hard to explain.
Try me?
Aya isn't big enough to give everyone a home. We each live here a short time and then move on. For someone to come, another must go. The exchanges are chosen at random. We call this arrangement the Vassal. Time of change. It worked well. Until now.
You lost someone you cared about. Was it because of the Vassal?
That's one way to see it. When our leaders agreed to make a place for your people here, it came with a cost. My friend won a place on Aya, but he sold that slot so one of you could stay here instead.
Sold it how? What did he get?
Comforts for his family, resources to improve their home on Haval. He always put others before himself. That's how he died, fighting Ket on Vold. When I found out, I was angry. Said things to your botanist I shouldn't have, but I'd never hurt your people.
I believe you, and I'm sorry for your loss. Between us, that botanist is kind of a jerk.
He didn't fear my anger. I respect that.
We'll talk to our ambassador, see if we can minimize our impact on your vassal.
We don't expect things to be easy. Only that you understand, nothing is free for us.
Humans? Hope not. Wouldn't mind more Asari, though.
What's the difference?
I like the colour blue, is all.
Director 10 is pleased with the Angara you sent to the Nexus. Thank you for your help. Any news on what happened to Sorvis Len?
Do you know about the vassal?
Yeah, Sorvis Len's a
the
wonder.
Angaran lottery that decides who gets to live on Aya.
I've heard of it. Why?
Angara are selling their slots to come here so our people can stay in their place. Including a member of the Angaran resistance. He was killed on Vold. Wouldn't have happened if he'd been here.
No one told me of this arrangement. Well, we have to do something.
Maybe we're back home.
We could let Angara who give up their slots live on the Nexus. It's safer than Vold.
Exactly what I was thinking. No one should suffer on our behalf. Thank you, Pathfinder. I'll forward your proposal to Director 10 immediately.
There you go. So instead of getting
That's all for now.
people, you get loads.
I'm here if you need anything.
What can I do for you?
Nothing, just saying that you may want to discuss as the Sal business. I'm out of here. This will be us done. Hand in these couple of quests and go back to the Tempest and save it. And then I can go and make a wee cup of tea and rejig my camera and microphone and all this balls and get ready for Dragon Age stream at 1 o'clock. 1 a.m. That is.
I found Kiloa seeds for Eos. Is this enough?
It's perfect. I'll make sure Eos gets them.
Here, I have the antibiotics for Kadara. Will the settlers be okay?
Once they have these, they'll be fine. I'll make sure they know who to thank.
Here, I found the soul.
The next time you play this, pick up Cora's mission. And that's what we'll do. Thing is, you put Mass Effect on in the title of this video, and I should have put tag on and stuff to see get people to find it more easily rather than just the 6 or 7 people who already follow me. Do that next time. Oh, oh, that went right from the top of my butt crack right to the base of my neck. Just. Alright folks, that's where we're dipping out of here for tonight. So peace out, much love, and join us on Twitch at 1 AM for some Dragon Age, and you'll see more of, maybe not Mass Effect, but me in general on YouTube once I start figuring this shit out. So, until then, bye. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Oh, boomer Sean, boomer Sean.